And we're back, baby. Yeah. Anybody want to say anything about the Thursday nighter? That was pretty much the injury game.
Yeah.
No.
Cincinnati's probably done for the year.
San Fran
Probably.
curse out there with injuries. Did you guys see that?
No.
So, San Fran played a team, forgot who it was, but a few weeks later, dude got hurt out for the season. Happened again, and then it just happened to freaking Burrow. And so they called it a San Fran curse because the 3 or 4 last teams they've played, everyone's gotten hurt like the game after, or the next game. Or something like that. I was just like, that's kind of crazy, but I guess.
You know what's even crazier? San Fran lost all his games and they only put up 17 points in every one of them.
You really like that stat.
And then they came back and absolutely annihilated them. We back.
Mark Andrews going down hurts me in every league.
No one cares about that. They're still cooking without him.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people care about
tight ends
that.
in one league. Don't you have Kincaid and Hawkinson still in one league?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But I need more. I need more.
Hurts me the biggest in my money league because I don't have a backup tight end.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
Yeah, it sounds like you should pick somebody up.
Yeah.
Like I did with Trey McBride. What a god.
McBride was probably sitting there for a while too.
I was so happy when I got him. I was like, yeah, my boy. But yeah, if we don't have anything to add about the game, then we can move on and hop right into it.
No, just that Baltimore's gonna be a top contender in the AFC.
Well,
you know what's fucked up about that Trey McBride thing?
What?
The week you picked up McBride was the week that I first traded Raleigh, but it didn't go through because they didn't drop somebody in the trade process, and I had planned on picking up McBride after that process went through because I was giving up a 2-for-1.
Yeah, that's what you can make. You can thank Nice Josh for that because I wasn't gonna pick him up unless I got that trade to go through because I would have had space on my roster.
So I didn't get Javonte Williams that week, and I didn't get McBride. I was like, oh well, fuck me, I guess.
If it makes you feel any better, he hasn't helped me win a game yet. Yeah, so
makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, fucking.
And I ended up getting Javonte anyways.
But yeah.
Well, that Asian gets what he wants all the time.
Not all the time.
Well, Asian looks like division for the first technically 2 games.
What did you say?
I mean, we got the Bengals and Ravens, but you know.
You guys are gonna get mollywopped by the Ravens.
I don't know about that. The Steelers always beat the shit out of their division opponents, it feels like. Or win. Not really beat the shit out, but win. But we hop into it. With the Bengals and Ravens, I put 5 on the Ravens. That's all I'll really say about that. Yeah, Aaron forgot to pick.
No, he picked.
Listen, I picked.
He's just gonna put confidence on it.
Well, I did that in the beginning of the year because I thought, Cincinnati was going to beat somebody. Nope.
Anyways, if you were smart, you'd probably make that as your 1 point confident.
So that's the thing is, I didn't go back to it, or I would have picked Baltimore and put 10 to 12 on it. I'm very high up on that.
I had it on Baltimore.
I put 2 in Cincinnati. I feel like the division was about to get very interesting with the Baltimore loss, and it was about to be pretty much tied. I was like, yes.
And Caleb put 4 on Cincy.
That's not what happened. I'm kind of not upset by losing just 2. So.
Yeah.
Wait, did you put 2 on Cincy?
Yeah. So it wasn't like a huge loss.
That's not a big time loss, not at all.
Neither is Kai's 4 points on Cincy.
I'm gonna say my 0 points was better, but hey, tomato.
Freaking the next
Where is
game,
he
well,
going?
the first game I guess we're gonna hop into, Asian Steelers against the Browns at Cleveland. Oh, Asian.
Deshaun Watson's out for the year. So, I don't know. I mean, Pittsburgh usually plays Cleveland really well, or we just find a way to win, which seems to be the motto this year. We're being outgained in every single game we play, yet we're 6-3, or whatever the record is, 7-3.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how good you guys actually are playing.
I got Pittsburgh with 4 confidence points. I mean, there's a world where they're just running the ball all over us like they did the first game, but
You guys
with
still won
Dorian
that game though.
Thompson, and we did with 2 defensive touchdowns, but Dorian Thompson and as a rookie quarterback, I just have more confidence in Pittsburgh winning this than Mike Tomlin.
Yes, sir. I mean, Cleveland don't beat the Steelers. It's just not a thing. So put 4 on the Steelers also. Like until they make me regret it, I ain't gonna stop going against it.
Yeah, I just think this time around, I mean, that Cleveland defense has just been very freaking tough and scoring a lot of points. So I just think it's going to be a little too much this time, and it's going to be a close game, but I think Cleveland's going to come out on top. Deshaun Watson is garbage, trash. They spent way too much money on him. I mean, their backups right now are doing better than Deshaun's done the entire year. So you have Kareem Hunt and what's his name? Jerome Ford, and they've honestly been running great. So
I will say
why not?
I will say I'd be more scared of Cleveland if P.J. Walker was starting than Dorian Thompson.
Yeah, it's a rookie quarterback going against Mike Tomlin. That's not a good brew for success.
No, I think PJ should start that, honestly, but he'll be in. He'll eventually be in. And that defense can at least hold the offense. It's just your defense is just as good.
This might be like a 13-10 game.
Bro, this might be a 7-4 game.
It could be a 12-9 game. Honestly, I'm thinking a couple field goals. Whatever defense is going to allow you to get an extra field goal, and that's going to be the game. So both of these defenses are a top 3, top 4 defense in the league. It's going to be a great defensive battle. Offenses are so it's going to be a fun game. I love watching defensive games.
I was going back and forth in this game. I ended up going with the Browns. I really want to take the Steelers, but I kind of feel like the Browns are, especially what happened last time they played. So if it bites me in the ass, it bites me in the ass, but it's only 1 point. So,
Luke, how many Mike Tomlin gifts have you gotten sent this year?
Well, hang on. I've been on the train the last few weeks. I think I've gotten at least 2.
You've gotten way more than 2 Mike Tomlin has sent to you.
Okay, maybe 3 at max. I've been on them for a while.
That group chat has been filled with a shit ton of Mike Tomlin gifts, Luke.
I was on them last week, the week before. Can't go the week before because it looks like they were on. But never mind. I was not on that week. I was on the Jacksonville week. I think I was wrong on the Steelers week, on the Rams week. So that's at least 3.
Yeah, no, but in total, there were way more than 3 gifts sent.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
There's gonna be more this week.
Sadly, you're most likely right.
I bet Caleb put something ridiculous on us, like 16. Or 14, I guess.
He'll probably, like, when he comes out, probably just like, okay, here's my picks. Bam, 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 and run it down.
Well, moving on from that one, we have the Chicago Bears going to Detroit to face the Lions. Justin Fields is back.
He gonna go ahead and
get
sent back to the bench. So we finally got a full lineup of starters. We're not playing with a full second string team. So, I mean, we had a shootout last week, and we came through. Campbell showed why he carries a wheelbarrow around for them balls of his, because we knew if we gave it back to Herbert there, we were going to lose. And Chicago, I'm sorry, Fields might run. I mean, look at what we did with Lamar, but he ain't going to pass it like Lamar. Not even close. So, I'll put 10 on my boys. Another win. Another week.
Yeah, I mean, I put 13 on Detroit. There's no reason they shouldn't win this, even with Fields coming back.
Oh, and sorry.
And
And Monty is returning to Chicago for the first time. And he took a chewy. And it's hard and stiff. And there's only one thing he needs to do, and that's run it up a hole. And he gonna do that.
That 75-yard run last week was beautiful.
Dude, that clip of him talking to Jameer?
Yeah, he said, I'm going to get it, too. He said, Gibbs said, I ain't going to be the only one. He said, I ain't going to let you be the only one. That's, boom, next play. Hand that off. Gone.
How much was that? 75 yards?
He put a little right jab, and then two defenders went, bonk.
That was one of the
and then he scooted on out, and Yomo with a hell of a block. He even got held and thrown to the ground. That's the reason he scored was Yomo. Yomo got up there with Khalif Raymond and threw. We're blocking. We're playing this year. I'm sorry, but I mean, Eagles are great. Cowboys are great. Niners are great. But God damn it, this young ass Detroit team is playing their asses off this year. So I love to see this team. I've never seen it in my lifetime. I've never seen a Lions team like this at all. So it's just beautiful to see.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I put 13 on Detroit. The Bears game Fields and Herbert back. That's not really a big changing thing to me. I think Fields is definitely going to help that Bears team look better, but he's coming off an injury.
Yeah.
So, I don't expect him to be looking like he was before he got injured, where he was actually passing well. Before he got injured, he was starting to pass well. He was starting to play really good. But I think that injury is definitely going to set him back for the rest of the year. And yeah, I mean, there's not really much that he can do against that defense. The defense is disgusting. The offense is disgusting. The Detroit's at home. There's no reason they should lose those 13 on them.
Oh, that is going... Dude, it's going to be loud. I mean, we go to other stadiums, and our boys are loud. Our people are loud. When people come to our stadium, it is buzzing. We used to get penalized back in the day with Barry because our stadium got so damn loud. And so it's back to that. It's just a beautiful thing in Detroit. You just love to smell it. You love it.
I also have 13 on Detroit.
Yeah, you do.
Is that it, Asian?
Mm-hmm.
I got 14 on Detroit.
Is that it, Mook?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm surprised your 14 isn't somewhere else.
Me too.
No.
And you just read my mind.
Freaking well, next up, we got the LA Chargers going to Green Bay to play the Packers. God.
All you.
I hate this game. I'll let Aaron take it.
Listen, Chargers going to absolutely go into Lambeau and just destroy the fake Packers team. That defense is mediocre at best. They got a couple studs on it. That's about it. Their offense, they can't get the ball to their playmakers. I don't know what they see in that QB because I don't see anything. I hope they stay with him for the next 10 years because I will gladly play him twice a year. Gladly. Chargers just had a shootout with Detroit, so on a good defense, they can put up points. Herbert's great when he wants to be, and he's going to show it here. I put 9 on the Chargers.
I also reluctantly have 9 on the Chargers. The problem with the Chargers hasn't been their ability to put up points. The problem has been their ability to give people points, which probably will happen because the Chargers have been doing it all year, but I had to put my 9 somewhere. It's on the Chargers, sadly.
I got 7 on the Justin Cutlers because, the Chargers lost last week. So for him to keep his 500 record, they got to win this week.
Hey, that record was getting away from him. He was down like 4 games or something from it.
Yeah, well, he'll work his way back up.
I bet he will.
Herbert always does.
I've got 10 on the Justin Cutlers. I think Green Bay sucks, and I think the Chargers can put up points. And even though, as Kuhn said, they have a problem with giving up points too, I just think they can put up more points than what they give up, especially against this Green Bay team.
I don't know. All year long shows that story.
Yeah, but if I gotta put points, I can't go with Green Bay. Green Bay's look terrible. They just, I don't know. I think they might be the worst in the NFC North. Them and Chicago pretty tied. I don't know. Gotta say Green Bay probably has a little bit better defense, so they got a slight edge, but that's about it.
Well, moving
Bottom
on.
feeder of the NFC.
We got the Las Vegas Raiders going to Miami to play the Dolphins. I'll keep it short and sweet because I don't have much to say about it. 12 on the Dolphins. I mean, pretty obvious, I feel like.
That's what I put. 12 on the Dolphins. They might just drop 70. So, we'll see. Max Crosby.
I too have 12 on the Dolphins.
I've got 11 on the Dolphins. I mean, the Raiders aren't a 500 team, so the Dolphins should win this.
Well, after that, probably another very easy one. We got the New York Giants going to Washington to play the Commanders. I have 6 on the Commanders.
I got 4 on the Commanders.
I got 5 on the Commanders.
I've got too many points on.
How many is too many points?
I got 14.
I've got 8 on them.
Damn!
Sheesh.
I mean,
that's 2 more than me.
I could switch it around.
More than me.
I don't. I mean, that just depends. That's up to you. I don't think it's really too much. It's the fucking Giants with Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. But for a minute, I thought the Commanders were trying to tank. Because they did get rid of 2 big old dogs on their defense.
Yes, what?
Yeah, dogs that just were going to cost them too much for what they weren't worth.
Oh, they're definitely worth it. It's just that the Commanders can't
do
that and pay other
Chase
players.
Young goes to San Fran. First fucking play, him and Bosa are eating the quarterback like they did at Ohio State. So they just didn't have the drive, and now they have, well, not Montez because he went to Chicago, but he got paid.
They have the drive because they're on a shitty team.
So, yeah, exactly. Now that Chase is with San Fran, that's freaking scary, man. And poor left and right tackles they don't get paid enough.
So 8 on the Commanders, you said, Mookie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, moving on. Another quick one. I'll let Mookie start us off.
I've got 13 on Dallas. The Commanders. The Panthers, they're literally the worst team. Dallas is good at beating the shit out of good teams, or bad teams, not good teams. My mistake. And I mean, they could upset us, but I really don't see it happening. So, I got money on, not real money, but I got my confidence on Dallas because we're good at beating have terrible teams.
Yeah, I got 14
You're good at
on
losing
Dallas.
to terrible teams too.
Like
Arizona.
Arizona hasn't been terrible though. They've had a worse record than they've played. They've played good. They just had a bad record. They've been in almost every game they've played.
I guess.
But yeah, 14 on Dallas. That defense is probably about to drop like 40 points alone. So
I put 13 on Dallas.
I got 14 on Dallas. This is the game that I'm surprised Mook did not put 14 on.
Yeah.
I was more confident in Detroit.
Alright, well, moving on to one. Well, I don't know. This might be more one-sided. So We got the Tennessee Titans going to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. You know, this slate of games is pretty friendly.
Put 8 on the Jags. Just hope Derrick Henry doesn't go off. It just scares me because Tennessee at times, they just go head to head with these AFC teams and make it close when it shouldn't be. And I hate it.
Yeah, especially in division.
Yeah, it just sucks. Because it's like, Jacksonville should honestly go in and wipe the floor, but then it's like Tennessee freaking fights. But I'll put 8 on Jaguars. Hopefully they don't screw me over.
I put 2 on the Titans, like we just said. Titans usually play the division pretty close.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take a 2-point bullet on it, and if it bites me, that's fine. I'm losing 2 points.
I got 6 on Jacksonville. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. But Jacksonville is 6-3 this year. They're one of the top teams in the AFC, and I'll ride that.
Same here, brother.
Okay. He died.
On to the next. Cunard?
My
Oh,
bad.
no, we didn't get Mookie.
On the Jags, and I don't feel good about it as well because San Fran just smacked that ass last week, and they only put up 3. But I don't think Tennessee's technically not dead, but I don't think they're going to put much of a fight. I mean, this could be one of those weeks where we're like, Tennessee sucks, and then they come out and win.
Tennessee's pretty dead. They're 3-6.
Yeah, so they're kind of going for a top pick now.
Yeah,
especially if they face these big dogs. They're not going to try to go out and beat a big dog and then lose to these bum-ass teams. They're just going to keep a game close.
Tennessee also has that potential games they should win. I've seen it, Aaron.
I just don't. I don't think they're pushing as much now. Going into week 9?
I will say all of Tennessee's wins have come at home too.
So I'm going with the Jags.
Oh wait.
No, I'm just saying. All of Tennessee's.
Well, moving on to my Shula game of the week. It's the Arizona Cardinals going to Houston to face off against the Texans. I think this is gonna be a fun game. I think this is gonna be a high-scoring game. I think Murray kind of was getting back in his groove last week. He looked good. But I think this week he's gonna look like the Kyler Murray we all knew. And I think it's gonna make for fun football. I put 3 on the Cardinals because the upset. I feel like that's is the upset. And I'm homing over here this week, but I do think this will be a high-scoring game no matter the outcome. Freaking McBride looked great. It was great. It was a great week to be a Cardinals fan last week.
Put 11 on Texans. So I'm sorry, but CJ about to come in there and just light it up. Again, probably throw 4 or 5 touchdown passes. No, go ahead and get a few more votes for that MVP.
He's looking like the MVP, bro.
That's just what everyone's talking about. I mean, if you want to look at numbers right now, the dude is just phenomenal.
Well, I don't know if Stroud will win the MVP, but he's definitely a lock for Rookie of the Year.
He's a lock for offensive rookie of the year. But they're starting to throw him an MVP debate. If he has a couple more games like he did the last few weeks, he keeps throwing 4 or 5 touchdowns. There's no way you can't look at him being a rookie coming into the league and just torching people.
No, yeah, if he does that for the next few weeks, I'm just saying as of right now.
No, as right now, I'm not putting him as a favorite, but I still think he's about to. This Arizona defense it's all right, but it's not going to stop that high-powered offense.
No, and I have not on Houston.
Yeah.
Houston's somewhat healthy, but I mean they are missing Dameon Pierce, and I forget which one of the receivers is coming in.
They're missing Noah Brown this week. I know that.
Wow, they still got Tank Dell. They're fine.
And Nico.
Yeah.
Or he's
Nico Collins, that tall ass
questionable.
motherfucker.
He's probably not gonna make it, but we'll see.
But yeah, I got 9 on Houston. I'm just gonna ride the hot wave.
I've got 7 on Houston. They're coming off a big win at Cincinnati just last week. Stopping all the momentum for Cincinnati. I guess this week kind of killed all the momentum for Cincinnati. I got 7 on the Texans. I just don't think the Cardinals will be able to put up enough points to beat the Texans with the high power offense that the Texans has. That's it.
I think this could be another big week for Devin Singletary too.
I don't know. Our run defense is pretty good. Singletary's pretty not good, but it might be. But moving on, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks going against the San Francisco 49ers.
Your rush defense is the 3rd worst in the NFL right now.
Oh, well, apparently last week fucked us because we apparently were one of the better rushing defenses going into last week. At least that's what the announcer said. I took him at face value. Maybe he's talking out his ass.
Well, maybe, but anyway.
But yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers go to San Francisco play the Niners. 10 on the Niners. I don't really have much to add about that. I'm not the Baker believer here.
I also have 10 on the Niner. I mean, this is one of the highest spreads of the week. So, yep. I mean, the San Francisco 49ers defense has really showed up last week against Jacksonville with the addition of Chase Young.
Yep, that's a fucking monstrous deal for him. Anytime they lose a game, they're like, alright, we gotta add a piece instead of like figuring out why they lost. Moogie? Aaron?
I've got 12 on the Niners. Fuck Baker. That is all.
I have 14 on the Niners. Them adding Chase Young puts them at roster value at Philly. Like, their D-line now is disgusting. Chase Young has something to play for. Not only does he have a contract, but he knows that he has a possible Super Bowl in front of him, which he's never had the thought of in Washington. So, I just feel that Baker's gonna be running around a lot. Or on his back, one of the two. But mostly in between Chase and Bosa.
You don't think Baker's gonna bake?
Oh, he's gonna get baked in between Young and Bosa. We got Baker stuffed cookie right there.
Well,
It's gonna be bad, man. I'm telling you that Kristen's gonna have his hands full, and so is the other guy.
I can see Kyle putting 1 or 2 on Tampa Bay.
oh, he 100%.
Oh, you know, I was on mute. I did his whole.
You know what he's gonna say? He's
Whatever
gonna be like,
bullshit.
I really like Tampa in this spot, coming off of whatever. They got this guy.
Yeah.
Rashad White's been looking good. Mike Evans has been doing his thing. Baker's baking. So I'm fine losing 1 or 2 here. Did I nail it on the head right there?
Oh, that was like perfection.
But yeah, probably.
I thought Kyle was in chat for a minute.
He probably did. But yeah, next up we got the New York Jets at Buffalo to face the Bills. Yeah.
I got 3 on the Bills. I'm gonna make this quick. My wife and kid just pulled up. Actually, I'm actually in between. I had 3 confidence. I want to put it on the Bills, but then I'm like, honestly, the Jets could pull this off with how shitty Buffalo, like, it just in general. Right now, I'm going Jets. I have 3 on the Jets. That is all.
If Buffalo, I got too many points on Buffalo, but like, I'm still pretty confident. It's the New York Jets. Zach Wilson looks horrible. I got 11 on Buffalo.
I mean,
You might see a switch before tomorrow.
It's not too much confidence to me. I feel like the discredit that Buffalo is getting is way too much. I know they've dropped games they shouldn't have, but it's not like they've played god awful. I put 11 on Buffalo. They just don't have an offensive pulse in their body, and whenever they do, they just get flagged left and right. So the Bills are home. They just lost 2 in a row now. I think it is. They're probably gonna right the ship here against the Jets. I think all the negatives about Buffalo are overplayed. They obviously haven't looked as good as they should have been against a lot of teams they played, but they also haven't looked awful. But yeah. Mookie?
How many points did you put on this game?
11 on Bills.
So I have 11.
I agree with everything Kuhn said about the Jets, and for that reason alone, I'm going with 4 on the Bills. You said they have no offensive.
Horrible.
Dude, I mean, I think the Jets have a great defense, but I think Buffalo is still able to put up points, while the Jets, they're going to have to rely on their defense to win. And it very well could happen, but I'm going 4 with the Bills. I just have a hard time going with the Jets offense because, in my opinion, they are the worst. Somehow the Patriots. Okay, they are the second worst. But
you think the Patriots are worse?
Yes, 100%.
What about Carolina?
I still think they at least have something. I don't know what it is over here, but they got something.
yeah,
Carolina, New England, and fucking Jets are kind of all in the same category.
And maybe you can add the Steelers in there, but the Steelers got...
No, the Steelers are like one tick above them.
But the Steelers got such a good... So...
But yeah, moving on. We got the Seattle Seahawks going to LA to play the Rams. At home for the Rams. The Rams are actually underdogs in this, which I'm kind of surprised about, especially with them getting Stafford.
Yeah, I got 6 on Seattle. So I just think they're gonna pull this one out.
I got 7 on the Rams. They look so much better when Stafford is back. Seattle doesn't really have a defense.
Wait, Stafford's back?
Yeah,
Stafford's supposed to be playing.
And it's not him that's one. I still put 7 on the Rams. I don't think either of these teams really have a real defense, and I think this is going to be a lot of touchdowns thrown. But 7 on the Rams. Didn't the Rams win last time?
Yeah, wasn't it week 1? I'm pretty sure they won.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won. So, and they weren't even home. They're home this week. I like them in this spot, getting Stafford back a lot, especially when they can still vie for a playoff spot if they start winning now.
They won 30-13.
Yeah, so I really like them in this spot. Then they know they can get in playoffs. They just need to win games, and they got Stafford back, and they can do that. 7 on the Rams.
Go ahead, Mook.
I don't think I want to.
Go ahead, Mook.
I didn't know Stafford was coming back. That might change my decision later on, but right now I got Seattle picked. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of Seattle because some weeks they're looking like they can put up points, and some weeks they look like fucking dog shit.
Rams head coach Sean McVay says he expects Matthew Stafford to play in Week 11 against the Seahawks. Stafford isn't expected to carry an injury designation into the week, according to Rams beat writer Stu Jackson. With Stafford, so Stafford is expected to play.
Even with that, I'm fully confident Wentz is going to win that game, too.
That's stupid, but...
No, it's not. Okay. Seattle doesn't have a defense. Seattle doesn't have a defense. I saw what Wentz did against teams without a defense last year with Washington. He was able to do good. So... Going based off what I've seen.
I'm gonna stick with Seattle for now. If I get feeling some type of way tomorrow, I'll end up changing. Just switch them. I'm fine with putting 5 on either of these two teams, but right now I'm gonna go with Seattle. But man, you tell me Stafford's playing, and that changes things. But right now I'm still gonna go with Seattle.
These last 3 games were all my 50-50 games. I have 3 on the Rams. It's like Nuke says, I don't know what Seattle is. Some weeks Seattle looks like the Seattle last year. Some weeks Seattle looks like the week 1 Seattle where they got demolished by the Rams. So I will take 3 on the Rams though.
Oh man. Well, moving on.
That being said, Seattle is 6-3 this year.
Yep. Moving on.
Yes, they are.
They're gonna be 6-4 after this week. We got the Minnesota Vikings going to Denver, who's actually on a bit of a hot streak now, huh? To play the Broncos. Both these teams are kind of on a hot streak, honestly. I think.
And Minnesota's on a 5-game win streak.
Yeah, and Broncos are on a little mini win streak of their own, if I'm not mistaken. But I got 8 on the Vikings and my boy Dobbs. I think what I said earlier in the podcast here. I think Dobbs is going to lead them to being a wild card team, and the Broncos are definitely a team they should be beating to do that. I think Dobbs is about to explode this week too, but yeah, 8 on the Vikings. I still don't buy the Broncos yet. Even though they have beaten some commendable opponents, I still cannot buy them just because PTSD. But yes, 8 on the Vikings. I like Dobbs. That's my boy, the pastor, not as they call him.
I got 9 on Minnesota. I like the Vikings with Dobbs as well. Honestly, I think Dobbs is the man, and I think he's going to lead that team to a wild card spot, just like Kuhn said. I also don't buy the Vikings, just like Kuhn said. The Broncos, just like Kuhn said. I think they're on a 3-win streak. Their wins are against the Packers, who are awful. I think that game was terrible. One was against Division with the flu, with Mahomes with the flu.
And the wide receivers with the ability to hold on to the goddamn football. Fucking fumbling. Yeah. 2 fumbles on 2 catches is insane.
And then last week they beat the Bills. I would say it's more of a Bills loss than a Broncos win.
I mean, honestly, the Bills beat themselves more than most of their opponents, so it's fair to say.
Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty confident with the Vikings and Dobbs. I wish Justin Jefferson was returning this week, but he's still ruled out.
I got 1 on Minnesota because Dobbs is that dude. So, and Denver is just, I mean, I can see Denver winning this one as well. That's why there's 1 point on this one. But I think Minnesota will come out on top. That's the bottom line. The phone call says so.
My score is 30-17, by the way.
My score is 28-17.
I have 1 on this game, just like Aaron. The Broncos they're a weird team. They haven't been as bad as a team since that 70-point blowout against the Dolphins.
That's pretty hard to accomplish, to be fair.
Yeah. And I don't know, the Dawes has that Ryan Fitzpatrick swag to him this year. So, this is a tough
honestly, call. He's always just been that backup for someone, and he's had a starter better than him, so he's never really gotten a true opportunity to be like, hey, your team, take the reins, we're full on behind you, let's go win a playoff game.
I mean, imagine if Cleveland still had him right now.
Listen, Cleveland has Dobbs. I'm saying playoff push easily.
I'm not, because Cleveland doesn't know how to get the best out of their quarterback at all. They're god awful at it.
Yeah, but he makes smart decisions. That's the thing.
Yeah, but Cleveland has a curse on it, so.
And I get that. But Myles Garrett's also playing basketball out here with these people. So
yeah, it's not a curse that applies to defensive players. It only applies to the quarterback, Aaron, and wide receivers. Look at Odell Landry.
But Denver has been playing solid football the last 3 weeks, and it's a tough call. Minnesota's eventually going to drop one. They're not going to go into the playoffs possibly with this massive of a win streak, and Denver's just a team that I could see them dropping to. But I have one on the Vikings with the score 21-20.
Alright, well. Final game of the week. The Monday night. The Super Bowl rematch. The Philadelphia Eagles against the Kansas City Chiefs at Kansas City. I'm excited for this game. I put one on the Eagles. It's not postseason, so they can't actually get sacks. And that's kind of why I did it, because it was a close game without them getting sacks in the Super Bowl, if I remember correctly. So, plus my boy Hurts, bro. Gotta put some respect on his name. But I guess they go either way. It's gonna be a fun one. Probably game of the year potential here. And I have the score being 20-17. I think it's gonna be a relatively low scoring game, because the defenses for both these teams have kind of been the high point.
yeah, KC actually has one of the best defenses Mahomes had in the league so far.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of scary. But Mahomes, I mean, he's not going to be able to escape with just Kelsey anymore. They're going to have to get him another wide receiver one, or it's going to be a tough slate. I have 5 on KC. I just feel like I don't go against Mahomes like I never went against Brady. So I got to take Mahomes here, especially at home.
Oh, it's Caleb, right at the end of the week.
I got 2 on the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to come out motivated. They feel like they got cheated out of the Super Bowl last year with the whole field issue, and I think that this is going to be their Super Bowl. I think Kansas City's okay with letting them win this game and being like, hey, we'll see you in the playoffs still, and that's the game that matters the most.
Super Bowl. So is Taylor going to be there?
Yes, and supposedly Taylor Swift is meeting Travis Kelce's parents too. The parents are meeting.
God damn it!
Swift's
Why
parents are meeting
is this a thing I'm reporting right now?
You think Philly's gonna win? Stop it, guys.
Yes, I think Philadelphia is still gonna win. I have the score very close, 28-27, and the Kansas City Swifties aren't going to be able to keep up with her.
Perfect. I'm pretty sure you're 3-0 right now with Swift coming.
And Taylor Swift's parents are coming too.
I mean, it's
I have
even
the
bigger
score
for KC.
20-17, by the way. I think this is going to come down to a field goal.
I'm pretty sure this was a high scoring. Yeah,
I also have Dallas scoring the most.
I'm not gonna lie. I only picked the Chiefs because fuck the Eagles. This is 100% hate biased, and I want Dallas to somehow win the division, which is not impossible if they can lose to the Chiefs. I do think Philly should win. I think Philly's a little bit of a better team, but I'm going with just for hate biased. So I got 3 on the Chiefs with the score of 21-24. Chiefs.
I also have Dallas and Carolina as the most and least scored.
I had
Detroit most.
I thought Arizona I picked this, but I had Arizona most and Panthers least.
You just said Arizona most?
Yeah. I said I think that game's going to be a shootout. And I picked them to win, so naturally that's where we go.
Chiefs, Eagles at 52-42, but I definitely would put that down. I think the Chiefs are going to score 27, and I think Philly will get 24. It'll probably come down to a field goal. Bucker's gonna right through.
My most is San Fran, and my least is Carolina.
Yeah,
I
Carolina's
can't
the
change mine. I
safest
need to
bet.
go through and change mine.
You can't
Mine
change
are
it.
still from
Mine's deadline pass and deadline pass. So.
Yeah, I can't change mine. I gotta remember to change it like the next week because I did these all when I first joined because I thought we had to. And Asian's like, nah, you don't. I'm like, fuck my life. Spent a good like hour and a half.
By the way, I dethroned Aaron for first place. Ha, bitch.
Listen, finally, Jesus.
Listen,
Man,
I dethroned Caleb for last place, so eat my ass.
Did you really?
I see that, Jesus. Yes.
Did I play that bad last week?
No,
he
you're
took
in
last.
fourth place.
No.
Oh, I
Who's
thought I was
not
in
allowed?
fourth place going into the week.
I don't know when it happened.
You
I'm
are.
just saying it happened.
You are. As long as
Okay.
Mook don't. As long as Mook
I've
don't
played.
fuck up a lot.
I've had a really solid 2-3 weeks. Y'all shot through the games without me here bantering on.
Yeah, they were pretty.
Well,
good.
the game. I mean, the games are
The wife
pretty.
and son just got home, so I'm gonna hop out of here.
You
Since
know-
we're done. So it was
That's
good
fine.
talking
You
to
know
you.
what's funny?
Bye.
Asian.
What's up?
I actually went 28-27 KC.
You know, Caleb, I do want to hear
the same
what you
score as
did
you
with
the
the
other way.
Bucks, though.
Yeah, we wanna
Okay,
hear
well
this with them.
you just want to
We
hear.
might as well go down the slate.
Yeah, you just want me to go down the slate.
Yeah, let's have you go down.
I got you.
Now. Caleb's power hour.
Do I need to talk about what happened last night
No, we already.
or Thursday?
We already summed
'Cause I put 4 on Cincy.
Talk about what you want to talk about.
I put 4 on Cincy. I mean, their season's practically over now, but I thought going in they were the more desperate team. Thought they'd get a win, and then it's Thursday night, so the football god said you can't have good football on this night, and just took a giant shit all over us. Andrews is gone, Burrow's gone. As for the Sunday slate, I got 5 on the Pittsburgh Steelers, got 5 on Tomlin. I got 9 on the Detroit Lions. Fields coming back is interesting. I think this could low-key be a shootout, but I've said that about the Bears in the past, and they've let me down, so I'm just going to ride the better team, going to ride the more consistent quarterback. I got 11 on the Chargers. That's a scary 11, but
thank God.
Green Bay's kind of fucking dookie.
I was gonna have the most on the Chargers.
I dude, I wanted to take it down, but I mean, it's kind of, I mean, there's one game I could switch this out with, but we'll just leave it there. I got 13 on the Dolphins. I don't care what good vibes are going down in Vegas. They're still the fucking Raiders at the end of the day. I got 12 on the Manders. I mean,
sheesh.
I mean, well, is DeVito still playing?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I got 12 on the Manders. All my points on the Cowboys. Low-key, I could see Carolina being risky, but I would count Frisky covering 10.5. I don't think Dallas. If Dallas is in jeopardy, they need to check themselves. I got 6 on the Prince. Yeah, I just think it's a good bounce back spot after San Fran kicked their fucking teeth in. I got 7 on Houston. Didn't overthink it. I think this could be a shootout. This game could be a lot of fun.
That's what I was saying. That's my shootout.
Yeah, I think this game could be a lot of fun. Wouldn't be shocked if Arizona won it, but so I didn't go like ham crazy on the Texans. Oh, and this is what y'all are waiting for. I got 10 on San Fran.
Oh, damn. Damn.
I mean, dude, I'd love it if Baker won, but I mean, San Fran's got some dogs, and the O-line for Tampa isn't exactly amazing. I watched the same game when they just played a few weeks ago, and like, not these two teams, but when Tampa played, who'd they play that just kept sacking Baker? I think Bose is going to be in his face the whole fucking time.
They played the
I think
Eagles
this
that
is
one
going to
week.
be a very dink and dunk week. Yeah, it was the Eagles. That's who it was.
He was on his
And
ass the whole game.
Yeah, I think he's going to be on his ass the whole game this week, too. So, I got 1 on the Jets. Yeah, I'm just going to keep fading Buffalo. That's not changing. Like, to me, Buffalo should have beat Denver. Let's be real. They found every way they could to play, but Buffalo just feels like a broken team. They've already lost to the Jets once. Turnovers seem to be a problem. The Jets defense is really good. So I'm thinking, oh, well, if Allen comes out there and throws 4 turnovers, I'll take the 1 point that they can turn it into 16 points and win. 8 on Seattle. It's really weird because the line for this game is actually Rams by a point, and I know they beat Seattle early season, but that Rams team is beat up. Like, I just think Seattle's the better team here.
Stafford's gonna play.
Stafford's gonna play, but yeah, he's banged up. You really think he's gonna be slinging the ball? I'm interested to see if he makes it through the game. I still think the Rams are like fun. I just think they've kind of been exposed from what we saw week 1, because they beat Seattle week 1, and since then they're 2-6. I got Rocket Man Dobbs Sunday night. I actually think this could be a very fun Sunday night game. It got sandwiched between Philadelphia, KC, and Cincinnati, Baltimore to open and close the week, but I think Denver's been hot. I think that Sean Payton has Russell playing to like 80-85% of what he used to be in Seattle. He's looked good over the past month. Obviously, Dobbs has come in. He's on fire with Minnesota. So, both these teams have a lot of momentum. Denver's beat, KC and Buffalo for their last 2. Didn't think I'd be saying that all season. Back to back, nonetheless. And
the Vikings Minnesota are on a 5-game win streak.
Huh?
The Vikings are on a 5-game win streak also.
I was going to say, and Minnesota just got done wiping, good old empty calories Derek Carr off the bottom of their shoes. They just got done gobsmacking New Orleans, but I think Minnesota's gonna keep it going. I do think the game overall would be more important for Denver, only for the fact that I don't see another team catching Minnesota in the NFC playoff race, even if they were to lose, Like, there's just not a viable 7th team, whereas in the AFC, I feel like a 10th team's going to be left out. That being said, hot take by me. Well, not really a hot take anymore, because it's like true. I don't think Buffalo or Cincinnati's making the playoffs after that game. I think they're both going to get left out. Because it looks like a 10-win...
But
but they hold the tiebreaker over virtually anybody.
Cincy Defo does not have a chance to burrow out for the year.
Well, both of them play a tough-ass schedule, too. Like, they both got to play, like, Philly and KC, and it just doesn't look good. I just think that neither one... Because, like I said, I think a 10-win team's going to get left out, And you got Houston that's frisky around there. Pittsburgh's pretty good around there. You still got Cleveland. I think no matter who the quarterback is for Cleveland, they're still going to be a 9-win team, 9-10 win team around there. Indy's still frisky. I don't think they're going to win that many games, but I think they're still a frisky team. Like, I just think there is a lot of real frisky teams in the AFC that someone's going to get. The Chargers are still frisky, even though Brandon Staley will find a way to fuck that up. But that's just kind of my take. Denver is actually still frisky. Like, all those 5 and 4, 4 and 5 teams are all just kind of there. And for the Monday Nighter, I got KC, 28-27, Kansas City. Both these teams are coming off the bye. I feel like it's going to be hella interesting to see how this game happens. It's in Kansas City. As Asian alluded to, the Swifties are the Swift and Kelsey parents are meeting, and I have KC winning, but I think this is a coin flip. It could go either way. The only reason I got 2 on it instead of 1 is because I put 1 on the Jets, because I sure as hell don't trust the Bills or the Jets. Actually, my prediction for both of the games was 28-27 KC and 23-22 Minnesota. Most points this week I got Dallas. That's what they do is they drop kick shit teams in the face. So I expect them to drop 42. And the fewest scored, I got the New York Giants because they are very lucky if Danny DeVito manages to score a touchdown.
So are the Panthers.
Yeah, they put.
Huh?
So the Panthers will be also.
Yeah, but at least I can somewhat trust Bryce Young. Frank Reich's gonna make the play calls again. That just means we're gonna see Adam Thielen get 30 targets this week.
Oh hell yeah!
All reliable.
But that's kind of where I got my pick. Y'all really thought I took Baker, didn't y'all?
Damn right, I thought you took Baker. You never missed a chance to take him. Bro,
I'll be real. If I couldn't fade Buffalo, I might have put that one on Tampa.
Every week, it feels like every week I've heard. I really like the Bucks in this spot here. So and so's been looking good. This guy's been looking good. The Bucks are a frisky team.
There isn't. I still think they're like somewhat frisky, but there isn't like.
So I thought there was a chance that you put like 3 on that.
They're playing San Fran, who is the cream of the crop. Like, they beat a shitty Titans team last week. They had the shootout with the Texans that I was actually shocked with the shootout. They had the Buffalo game, which, I mean, let's be real. Godwin turns his head around, they win that game. And then the dog shit Falcons. I can't believe they lost that game, honestly.
Falcons gonna win that division.
Then the Lions smacked them. And before they beat the Saints ass, and then the Eagles smacked them. So they kind of lose to the teams you think they're going to lose to.
Like the Falcons, right?
Oh, dude, I'm sad I can't fade the Falcons this week. They're such... Dude, like I said, I gave them the benefit of the doubt when they played Tennessee. I was like, well, I'll give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Y'all have been hot. And they let me down and let Will Levis throw 3 to D-Hop. For this, immaculate defense that's supposed to be so good. They did not play very good.
Well, I don't like it, but the Lions and Falcons have a really good chance to win that division with their upcoming schedule.
I mean, they could. I don't think it's gonna happen. They find new ways to lose
teams
games.
They really play are Tampa Bay and New Orleans. They play outside those. They play Jets, Carolina, Indiana, who could beat them, and Chicago.
Kuhn, I would make you a bet that the Jets are gonna fucking face stomp them.
I don't
care if it's Heineke. I don't care if it's Heineke or Ritter. I don't think they can handle that defense.
I don't think the fucking Jets can handle it.
I also don't see them beating Minshew.
As I said, the only one I see them dropping is the Colts there.
I see them. New Orleans will probably split with them. We split with them every fucking year, it seems.
Well, I can't lose this.
I think the Jets will beat them. I hope the Bucks beat them the second time, but that's a coin flip game. They'll beat the Panthers. I think the Colts will beat them. I think Justin Fields is going to be too much for him personally. I think Chicago's going to gobsmack them.
I don't know. Neither of those teams really. Pretty much all those teams at the end of the year won't be playing for anything. So, who knows?
Actually, I think I got a $20 bet with Diablo too.
About?
So I really need.
Oh yeah. About Baker. Well, Mook, you'll get to see it in like 2 weeks because they play the Bucks again. I'll say this: if the Falcons could get quarterback right, they would be fucking scary. Or if they just use Bijan more. I don't get why they refuse to hand that man the ball.
But
they
have the best setting possible for them to control their own fate right now.
I think in 2 or 3 years that team will be. I think the Saints probably have the best chance at their own fate. I mean, because we play a lot of not great teams as well, besides from the Lions.
When we play
the Falcons twice. We play Carolina. We play the Rams that have kind of been exposed, and we play We play Tampa. Oh God, the Saints and Rams is a primetime game.
I still think the Falcons have the better schedule at the end of the year.
And we get the Giants. So, I mean, I would definitely argue, that the Saints also have a pretty shit schedule.
Yeah, no, both of them have easy schedules.
It's gonna come down to
definitely just has the chance. They control their
it's gonna fucking come down to fucking Saints and Falcons last game of the season, isn't it?
That'd be funny as fuck.
They're gonna put us in fucking prime time for the fucking 4 seed.
And the Falcons will win.
They were saying, I had to hear, well, y'all will probably bench Carl, probably miss a week with concussion. I was like, yeah, sadly, we're on the bye week. I'm going to have to see this motherfucker come back out. I swear, if we lose to the dog shit Falcons because of Carr, I'm going to be so upset.
When you lose the division winning at Falcons, it's going to be great.
Which means, it's kind of crazy because the South all have very kind of easier schedules. Well, actually, Tampa's schedule's a bit fucked because they got to play the Jags and the Colts. And I like the Colts personally. And the 49ers this week. Like, they're going to have to win a game. In order for the Bucs to still be alive, they're going to have to win a game we wouldn't pick them to win. And, honestly, for them, it might come down to the end of the year, too. I could see Saints and Panthers being a scenario where they're like, if they win both of these games, they're in. I just don't trust Atlanta. I think Atlanta chokes more than any team in the league. I think they somehow choke more than the Chargers, and I don't even know how that's possible.
I cannot ever say that.
Like, you may not be able to say that, but they let Kyler go right downfield on him in a game that they would have probably had won. If they probably would have won had they just not gotten a flag, not let the Cardinals go downfield. And then, you got the Vikings game where they were winning. Josh Dobbs comes in, beats their ass.
Yeah, but that's because Dobbs is like God.
Yeah, the Titans, dude. Will Levis came in, threw all over them.
Yeah, no, that one.
They beat Tampa, and then they dropped one to Hal and the Commanders. I'm pretty sure they were in the lead in that one too. Then Sam Howell just had one of his 350-yard games.
But Atlanta's has kind of been the NFC Chargers for a long time. They only have the biggest they allowed the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history. They
did manage to beat the Texans. And they also, and then, Trevor stomped their head in. The Lions stomped their head in. They did have that comeback against Green Bay. I can't take that from them. And they took care of business against Carolina on opening day. They were actually looking pretty good at the beginning of the season. Now they're coming back. Sadly, it's sad that I have to say this, but the only team really overperforming in the South is the Saints. Which is good for me, but it's I just know it's going to end in heartbreak and disappointment. It's going to end with Derek Carr with a chance to win the game, and he's just going to throw a Mac Jones style, just jaw-dropping interception.
He's going to get a contract extension.
Yo, does New England play this week, actually?
No, they don't.
They don't. I just wanted to know if they were starting old Zappums.
They've been putting on the radio.
Because, they did totally bench him after that egregious fucking interception. Which Mook tried to tell me Zappy's interception was worse, and I just can't see it.
Yeah, there's no shot it was even close to being worse. He had a wide open receiver in the corner of the end zone.
He had a wide open tight end for the game. What would have probably been the game winner, and he underthrew him by 5 yards.
He threw that ball into the fucking dirt, pretty much.
Yeah, it wasn't like the defender made some crazy good play, and it's just well, that sucks. He dropped a pretty good ball. No, he just blatantly underthrew him. It got picked, and Minshew come out and just started kneeing.
Zappy was throwing one up because he had to make something happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, he had one drive in 2 minutes. It's kind of like, he wasn't the one getting the practice reps all week or anything. It wasn't like he was expecting to come in.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I think the who does Cleveland plays Pittsburgh. I actually think the rookie for Cleveland's gonna look fine because now he's gonna be getting all the snaps and stuff.
I don't
feel
think he'll
like,
look good this
that.
week against Mike Tomlin, but going forward,
Well, yeah,
I think
no,
he
I
will.
don't think he'll look good this week. But what I'm saying is, I don't think he'll look as bad as when he got told he was starting 2 hours before game time. Where it's like Deshaun's gonna play all week. Deshaun's gonna play. Oh yeah, Deshaun's not playing. Good luck, rookie.
The Browns are paying their dues with signing Deshaun Watson to all that guaranteed money right now.
Oh, that's the football gods doing their work.
As they should.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I think the rookie will look fine for Cleveland. I feel like anybody that holds that first game against him is kind of like, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, I mean, yeah, you can hold it against him, but he didn't get any of the reps all week and was just told 2 hours before game time. So it turns out Deshaun's not playing.
He just doesn't want to play.
Yeah. So, but that's most of my thoughts for this week. It's a quick.
Well, I guess that's a good spot to call the episode.
So I didn't send y'all my picks. Did I? Did I get any representation before I joined?
Oh, no, you actually did not. I forgot. Because I thought you were going to join in the middle of it. So I was like, oh, I don't have to.
We're normally on to like 9:30, so I wasn't expecting y'all to be on the Monday nighter.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty easy slate of games. We all kind of just unanimously agreed.
Did anybody else take any crazy upsets?
I mean, I took the Titans with
'Cause
two.
I mean, I took the Jets. I don't know if anybody. I know Kuhn took Arizona. I don't know if I'd consider Arizona. They're a 4-point dog, so maybe they're a bigger dog than I thought.
I took it.
But
I took
anybody
the
else?
Titans with two.
I mean, that's not like the most terrible
I
shout.
took the Rams with 7.
I mean, because here's the thing: Vrabel's like a good coach, so I wouldn't be shocked if he pulled that game out.
But I feel like majority of us took the Rams. Or I know Asian took the Rams with me. So.
Did anybody take the Brownies over the Steelers?
Nope.
Aaron.
Not me.
Aaron.
I think Aaron Luke took the Browns.
Browns.
Did you take the Browns, Mookie?
Yeah, I said they didn't quite get it right last time, but I think this time they'll be able to get it right, hopefully.
I'm looking to see what else could be considered. Was anybody brave enough to ride Green Bay?
Oh no.
Hell no.
I'm barely brave enough to ride the Chargers.
Did anybody? I don't really see anybody ride the Rams by chance.
Yeah, me Asian.
Oh, y'all think the Rams are beating Seattle?
Yeah, no, I have 7 points on the Rams.
Me, Aaron, and Kuhn all took the Rams.
I mean,
I put 7
that's
on
a fair point. I just think that I'm getting the better team with Seattle at this point. I mean, maybe if you told me Stafford was coming back and he wasn't banged up and that O line could hold. I mean, it's funny because the first month of the season I gave that O line a lot of credit. Yeah, no, that O line's bad. That O line's dookie.
Me and Asian both said we didn't know what we were getting with Seattle because one week they look like last year Seattle, and then this year they look like dog shit.
Well, I mean, you'd say that, but Seattle's still 6-3 at the end of the day. They haven't looked as good as last year, but they're still out there winning games.
That's also what I said. Seattle's also 6-3 still.
I just like the Rams getting Stafford back and being home quite a lot. I like that for him going into this week.
Did anybody go let's ride at home?
Fuck no.
No.
Oh, we all went Dobbs, huh?
Yep.
Yep, we're all Dobbs believers.
The past they're not.
I wanted to ride and I couldn't bring myself to do it this week.
I didn't. I wanted to be on that spaceship
Well, now I want to ride more because it would just be me on the ride alone. But dude, it's I'll say it's hard because like yes, Denver beat Buffalo, like good on them. Buffalo shot themselves in the foot a million times. I think Minnesota is a lot better coached team, and I don't think Dobbs is gonna throw 3 interceptions to Denver.
I think Dobbs is
I don't
about to have
think.
himself a fucking game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that, Minnesota's going to come out and turn over the ball a million times and play very sloppy football. I just think they're too well coached for that. And, credit to the Broncos for taking advantage of that, but I just don't think they're going to get that same luxury with the Vikings. But, all right, I guess you can wrap it up and take us home. I was just curious if anyone wrote any other dogs.
Yes, sir. Yep, thank y'all for watching. I have actual gameplay YouTube stuff coming at some point. I'm just waiting for one of the series to finish. So, that will happen. I might start streaming on YouTube again. Because I can't really get into Twitch. I was like, I kind of want to stream still. So, maybe I'll do it on YouTube. But thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!
Boy.